In our previous video, we discussed about Schrodinger wave equation. Now in this, we will be dealing with the application part, that is the particle in a box. We are taking one-dimensional box. So before that, we should note certain things like free particle. Free particle, by free particle, we means that the potential energy that will be same everywhere. That is the free particle. So in that case, we will be considering the potential energy zero. It is not exactly zero, but we are taking it zero because the potential energy, it is same everywhere. It is not changing. And when we talk about the potential box, that is a system in which the potential energy will be zero within a closed region, and it will be infinite everywhere else. That is known as the potential box. So it is just a hypothetical situation in which we are considering a particle which is moving in one dimension. Let us say this particle of mass m that is moving along x-axis and it is confined between the walls of the container. The length is given as a. So its potential is 0 between x is equal to 0 to x is equal to a, and it will rise abruptly as soon as it touches the wall. You can see here the potential is v is equal to infinity. So for sake of convenience, it will be taken 0 inside the box so that there is no restriction on the movement of the particle in the box, and outside the box it will be taken as infinite on either side. You can see this side it is infinite and that side also it will be infinite. Therefore the wave function psi and as well as the probability of finding the electron or particle psi square, that must be 0. So in other words, you can say that the particle, it is confined inside the box and it cannot escape. Now let us consider the Schrodinger wave equation. Now let us consider the Schrodinger wave equation, that is del square psi del x square plus del square psi del y square del square psi del z square plus 8 pi square m h square e minus v psi is equal to 0. Now since we are considering the particle in one dimensional box and it is moving along the x-axis only, so we will be dealing with only the x part, that is del square psi upon del x square plus 8 pi square m h square e minus v psi is equal to 0. So you know that we are taking 0. So what we are left with is 8 pi square m h square e psi is equal to 0. Now m is constant, we know, h is constant, energy is the constant, E will be the constant here. So all these constant I will be replacing by k square. So it is a constant which is independent of x, such that k square is 8 pi square m h square e. So here you will get an equation that is del square psi del x square plus k square psi is equal to 0. So k square psi I am taking on right hand side. So the equation will be del square psi upon del x square is equal to minus k square psi. Now here k square which we are taking, that is constant and it is independent of x. Now the wave function psi, it is represented by psi x is equal to a sine kx plus b cos kx, where a and b, they are arbitrary constant. So we will be seeing that we are applying the cases when x is equal to 0 and psi is equal to 0. We will be putting in this equation. So this equation will become psi we are taking 0 is equal to a sine x we are taking 0 plus b cos x we are taking 0. Now sine 0 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So here we are left with b is equal to 0. So if b is 0, this whole we are going to neglect and we are left with psi is equal to a sine kx. Now we'll be applying the second condition, that is when x is equal to a. So when x is equal to a, again psi is equal to a. So in that case we will say that a cannot be 0 because this already we have taken as 0. Now this again cannot be 0, otherwise psi will become 0. So So in this we will be getting 0 is equal to A sine Ka. So as I told you, psi cannot be 0, because if the probability, if psi is 0, it means psi square will be 0. That is, probability of finding the particle in the box will be 0, and that is not acceptable. So we are getting an equation that is sine Ka is equal to 0. Now there is a mathematical equation that is sine pi is equal to sine n pi, that is equal to 0. So Ka, that will be equal to n pi, or from that you will get the value of k, that will be equal to, from this you are getting the value, that is k is equal to n pi upon a. So instead of k, I will be writing now psi was a sine. So previously we have seen that psi is equal to a sine kx. So it will be a sine. Now the value of k I will be putting, that is n pi upon a x. So this is nothing but this is the eigenfunctions, and the equation, it will give you a family of acceptable wave functions with respect to n. You can take 1, 2, 3 and so on. So these single valued and finite functions, they are known as the eigenfunctions. Now let us find out the energy of the particle. Since we know that a pi square upon h square me, that is nothing but k square, and one value of k we got, k is equal to n pi upon a. So k square will be n square pi square upon a square. So both of them, they are same, that is a pi square me upon h square is equal to n square pi square a square. From this we can find out the value of E. So E will be n square h square upon 8 pi, pi will get cancelled. So 8 ma square, where n can be 1, 2, 3. So when we put the value n is equal to 1, we got h square upon 8 pi, 8 ma square. So that will be the lowest energy of the particle, which we call as 0 point energy. So this values we can get for different n, that is n, 2, 3. So these values of energy which is corresponding to n is equal to 1, 2, 3, that will be known as the eigenvalues. Since we have the value of psi, that is a sine n pi x upon a, and we have the value of E, that is n square h square upon 8 ma square. So if we see the normalized solution for the Schrödinger wave equation, that will come to be root 2 upon a, sine n pi x upon a. So if we see the graph of wave function against x, we can see here when n is equal to 1, the number of nodes in this case will be 0. So we will get a maximum here at half, that is a by 2, if this is x is equal to 0 and this is x is equal to a. And when n is equal to 2, we are getting number of nodes, we are getting 1 node. When n is equal to 3, we are getting 2 nodes. So nodes, these are the portion when the value will be minimum, and this are the hills which you can see here. You will get the maximum value. So this is the plot of psi square upon x. So in this case, for n is equal to 1, you will be getting graph like this. For n is equal to 2, you will be getting graph like this, and for n is equal to 3, it will be somewhat like this.